Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 48 and today it is very dark and very rainy on the server right now, but I'm determined to have a good time because I've got a bunch of awesome plans for today's episode. We are going to be working on some projects. We are going to finally do some extra resource gathering to basically get ourselves back into the swing of things in terms of diamonds and things like that, and also just a few other bits and pieces. You know how these Hermitcraft episodes go. Generally speaking, I have plans and then I do something silly, I can complain about that, and then I mine some resources and then I finish up the plans or potentially get the plans wrong. That's basically how these episodes go. I'm sure you've learnt the format by now, but today I'm so excited to be playing Hermitcraft because I have spent around about the past hour and a half sat at my kitchen table signing things. As you guys know, the Mumbo Cubes are now starting to ship out. I've got to sign all of the cards that go in with the Mumbo Cubes, and there are a lot of them. There are an awful lot of them. I've actually been recording a time-lapse for the second channel, so you can look forward to seeing that one. But yes, my arm is about 4 times the size it normally is, which I suppose is a pretty good thing, actually. But anyway, to start things off, in today's episode, we're going to be doing something that I have not done for forever and a day. I seriously haven't done this for ages, and I'm excited to do it because my diamond supplies are ridiculously low. In fact, the other day I was thinking, you know what, I want myself a full set of diamond armor. I don't actually have enough diamonds to do it. I only have about 15 diamonds left, which is completely ridiculous. So what we're going to do is we're going to head down into the mines. We're going to do a 1-hour mining session where I go away, I do as much mining as I possibly can in that short space of time. I try and get as many resources as I can. You let me know down in the comment section how many resources you think I'm going to get, and then I will tell you once I return. So let me know down in the comment section what you think I'm going to get with diamonds, lapis, coal, iron and gold. I do believe I've named all of them there, and then we'll see what it's like once it's done. Exactly 1 hour has passed since the start of the mining session, and I have to say, results are in. Everything went pretty well in terms of finding resources, but I really feel like fortune let me down here, because every time I located diamonds, I would only get like 1 from each diamond ore. I mean, what's going on there? Have they nerfed fortune in Minecraft 1.10? Please let me know down in the comment section, because that was a little bit disappointing. Anyway, let's pop back to the base and take a look at the resources. So here goes. I think a drum roll is a little bit necessary here, so everyone at home, tap your hands on your desk or any hard objects around you. Whatever your family may think if they're surrounded by you, I want you to keep tapping on until I open this chest. Okay, keep going, and there it is. This is what we have managed to get. As you can see, we've got a bunch of lapis, a bunch of redstone, a bunch of diamonds. Obviously, this isn't all from today's mining session. That would be insane. But this is my total resource cabinet mixed in with a few of the other chests around here. But most of my resources are in this chest right here. As you can see, we got a bunch of redstone. We got a bunch of diamonds. We actually managed to really increase our diamond supplies, which is fantastic. We've got a few golden apples, which was surprising. A little bit of coal, but not too much because I wasn't really going for that. A bunch of lapis and just a bunch of general resources. I'm actually pretty happy with how this has gone, and I think I'm going to be doing more mining sessions in the near future because I want to be a rich hermit. I'm sick and tired of being a poor hermit. I want to go to town and I want to have loads of diamonds. So that's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, it is now time to crack on with a few of the projects that I've got planned. You know what would be nice? If I actually had like a half decent shop in the shopping district. Oh, I'm going to be honest. I think I've come to terms with the fact that all my shops are just terrible. They're total flops. I don't think I've sold anything for like the past couple months. How embarrassing. Now I'm going to try my best to stay airborne for this entire clip. However, it's already failing. I've hit the decks. Alright, well, that plan completely backfired. But anyway, in today's episode, we are going to be working once again over in the industrial district. This place right here, which we have been working at over the past couple episodes. And I do apologise that we have been doing a lot of work over here, but I can tell you, I've been loving it. I have been loving this so much. I don't know how to describe it. It's fully given me like a million lots of motivation to play on the Hermitcraft server. I wake up in the morning, and if I want to play Hermitcraft, like, this is what I want to be doing. So unfortunately, over the next couple episodes, you probably will see this place popping up every now and again. But in today's episode, we're going to be working on the main storage area of the industrial district. So I've been mentioning over the past couple of weeks that I want like a centralized storage area where all of the items being produced by this thing come in together and they all get stored inside chests. That's actually going to be going on in this area over here. We're going to be chucking in a bunch of chests and a bunch of storage ready for all of those items to be flowing in automatically. So the first thing that we've got to do is, of course, we've got to clear out this entire area. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a beacon for this one, so this is going to take a while. Finally, everything is now gone. We have got ourselves a very big hole that I have literally just thought of something very obscure here, but I'm going to say it anyway. This reminds me of the pit that the people built in the BFG. Now, does anyone remember the original BFG film, okay, where they put the giant monsters at the end of the film, that big pit? This reminds me of it. I don't know why that has come into my head. Maybe it's because the new BFG film is coming out. But anyway, this place is now done. It is looking very big and very empty indeed, and obviously all of this was done without a Haze 2 beacon, which is pretty good going. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to fill this up with sandstone, we're going to fill it up with chests, we're going to fill it up with stone slabs, red stained clay, the whole caboodle, and it should end up looking really quite good. I'll be honest guys, I just spent about 10 to 15 minutes on Google trying to find any evidence of the pit from the BFG existing, and it doesn't appear to, so there's a chance that I've just gone completely crazy. But anyway, aside from that, as you can see, I've started work on our floor area, and this place right here is going to look a tiny bit different from the rest of the build. It's going to be exactly the same colours, a similar sort of colour scheme, but I thought we could chuck in a little bit more stone slab action and also work a little bit harder on the decoration, because as you guys know, the rest of the builds, they've just been purely functional. This one is where we're going to be spending a lot of our time, so we need to make sure this actually looks half decent. So I think I'm going to use a bit of sandstone, maybe even some like birchwood fence posts and things, just to break up some of the textures, to try our best to make this look a little bit better. Now I know that is coming from someone that can't build to save their life, but I'm going to try my hardest here. Okay guys, I have just returned back onto the Hermitcraft server after a couple of days off, and as you can see, a few little bits and pieces have changed. Now, it's nothing too spectacular, so don't get too excited, but all I've done is I've done a little bit of mining, so I've gathered up a few extra resources. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see those, but most importantly, I've chucked in 2 stacks worth of chests in this area right here. So we have got 10 different areas that are fully chested up. So we have one for our melons, one for our pumpkins, one for our sugarcane, one for our carrots, potatoes, and wheat, one for our chicken, one for our beef, one for our leather, and one for our cacti. Those are all the different things that are going to be going on in the industrial district right here. Hopefully I don't think of anything else, because then of course we are going to need more chests for them. But now what we have to do is we're currently in the process of clearing out the extra area for all of the decoration. All of that has now been done, so now I have to go off to the desert biome, gather up a bunch of sandstone, and make this place look pretty. So there is the familiar sight once again. Oh my word, I did not see him coming at all. Oh my word, my heart just went through my mouth and out my nose. That was very scary indeed. But there is the familiar sight once again. We've got a full inventory worth of sandstone, and I am really going to have to prep up for this because I have not lit up the front side of my tunnel. I've got absolutely no arrows as per usual. I always pack a bow but never arrows. It drives me mad. Right, let's take this guy on, and hopefully we can fare a little bit better. Yes, professional Minecrafter in the room. You know what I was saying earlier on about making this place look good and that I was going to try my best to decorate it well? I don't know how well that's going to go. As you can see, we don't have too much room for movement with these 2 walls right here. They have to be solid walls of sandstone due to the fact that, of course, they are connecting up to other modules in the farming district, and on the other side of the walls, it would look a little bit strange if we had some kind of crazy decoration going on, which means that, yes, we are sort of stuck with this, and we don't have much room to play with these chests either. They have to be there, so we're basically working with this space right here for the decoration, and of course, Behind those chests, we're going to have hoppers running into them, so that's going to be pretty ugly. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, don't expect this to be my best looking contraption. It really isn't going to be a nice looking place, but it is going to be functional, which I suppose is arguably the most important thing. I think it'd be nice if it was good to look at though, wouldn't it? Now, believe it or not, this design that you can see right here is not the first, second, or third design that I came up with. I've actually built 3 different designs, torn them all completely down, and this is what is left behind. And yes, this is the best looking one. I know for a fact that you definitely didn't want to see the previous ones, because as you can see, I mean, it's okay. it's alright. It's okay. I feel like there is definitely something slightly off with it though. I don't really know what to do, as I've said many times, sometimes I just seem to be really rubbish at a building, and in this sort of situation right here, where I have a lot of very similar block going on, I have no idea what to do. Okay, I have absolutely no clue how to salvage this situation. So what I'm going to say is, let me know down in the comment section how you think I can improve this interior area right here. I would love to hear your suggestions. Just go ham down in the comment section, because I need all the help I can get with this one. But for the minutes, I think this is how it's going to stay. Now it's time to chuck in the roof and all of the other bits and bobs that potentially need doing. For example, the entrance. So, now that everything is fully glazed over, it is looking just a tiny bit better. We've got all of the glass in place, we've removed all of the blocks that were underneath these pillars, because they used to be dirt, and they used to be stone and things. I've replaced those with the redstone clay, and in typical Mumbo fashion, I'm actually starting to quite like this place. It's really growing on me, and I know I do this every single episode. I build something, I say, I don't particularly like it, and then a couple minutes later I'm like, I actually quite like the thing, then by the end of the next episode, I'm absolutely loving it. I don't think that's going to be the case with this one, because I definitely feel like it could do with some improvement, but I'm feeling a lot more positive about this build, which is a good thing, because I sort of came away from this, and I was like, yeah, not the biggest fan, don't particularly like it. Now I'm feeling a lot more positive, and I think this storage system is half decent for our industrial district. But once again, let me know down in the comment section your suggestions, because I'd love to hear them. This place could definitely do with a few improvements. But anyway, we are now going to be leaving the storage system behind. We're going to be turning our backs on the industrial district. We're actually going to be heading over to the brown district, because there is something over there that I've really wanted to show you over the past couple of weeks. It's actually been on all of the plans of all of my Hermitcraft episodes, and I just keep forgetting to do it, and that is my new shop. Now, as you guys know, here on the Hermitcraft server, I am an incredibly successful businessman. I mean, I've got a large number of shops on here. I've got a large number of shops in the shopping district. First off, I've got my TNT shop. It's looking good. We just did a revamped design. We've got TNT shooting out when you open the chest. It's a lovely looking place. So far, no sales. Absolutely no sales whatsoever. Then if we take a look over here, we have got organic golems. I mean, this place looks fantastic. It's clear what is going to be selling. We've got iron blocks all over the place. Spent a bunch of resources on this thing. Once again, no sales. Yeah, we haven't sold a single thing from this shop whatsoever. So this is the future of Mumbo's successful business. Over here, this is Wells and Mumbo's bone barn, and I have to say, I think it looks pretty good. Now, the way that all of this works is really quite simple. I've got a massive mob spawner above my base that produces all of the mobs, including skeletons, which means I get a bunch of bones. Me and Wells are AFK over at my base. We sort of take it in turns, or if one of us isn't AFK, then we will AFK. You sort of get the idea. We gather up as many bones as possible, and we take them over into this shop right here. Then we split the profits. Now, this shop was actually built by Mr. Wells Knight, and I have to say, I really like the way that it looks, and I absolutely love the look of these bone blocks. So this is something that you're going to see plenty of on my channel in the near future, because these things are fantastic. But if we take a look inside, we've got some very nice flowers going on. Really pretty little place. And here goes. No sales. And no sales. Well, you know, it's an early start. The shop is new. Okay, it's only recently gone in. Hopefully, at some point in the near future, we might actually make a sale or two. You know, gather up a few diamonds. Something like that. Oh, I can't hope for too much. So, for the final part of today's episode, we're actually going to be doing a few little odd jobs and things that I've been meaning to do for a little while. If I can actually pull up with my Elytra. Yes, that's the one. Off we go. So, the first thing we're actually going to be doing is something to do with the Elytra. What I want to do is I want to build an Elytra launching platform in this area right here. Now, by that, I don't mean one of those crazy Elytra launchers with all of the boats and things like that just cause a ton of lag. What I want to do is essentially create a nice looking pillar that I can jump off of and make my way over there, up into the drone, or potentially over into the blue district, because walking this distance right here, I know it sounds stupid, but it's a massive, massive pain in the backside. I don't know what it is about it, but I just have to hop through all of this, and then I have to hop through all of that area with all of the iron golems. It's just really, really boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one on top of this hill right here. It's going to be about 20 blocks tall, and that will allow us to jump off and travel off into the distance. First off, I lied about which hill I was going to build it on. I actually prefer the thought of it being on this hill. Secondly, my mouse is disconnected, and there's a zombie right in front of me, which we have now taken out like a professional. Didn't even take any damage right there. Thirdly, I want to build this out of spruce wood, and I don't have any of that, so I brought a diamond along with me to go to the brown district, but I forgot to go to the brown district because I'm a total spoon. I wonder how I survive on a daily basis with a brain that functions so little. I did it again! I did it again! I need to stop shooting myself too much. Oh my word. Guys, none of my stuff is here. I'm literally not seeing any of my stuff. I have no idea where it is. Oh, I'm so genuinely concerned right now. I genuinely don't know where it is, and I think I might have actually just lost all my items. It's just nowhere to be found, and I'm literally heartbroken. So, long story short, I have lost all of my items due to a really, really silly reason. Now, let me just explain exactly what happened here. So, basically, as you guys know, I had my chicken here, and I always keep my bow in my offhand while I'm using my Elytra because it allows me to fly easier. And what happened is that I was running low on health, so I ate some chicken, and then the bow double shot. So I finished eating the chicken, it shot, I then right-clicked again because I wanted to continue eating chicken, and it double shot. I lost all 3 of my remaining hearts, and I died, which is technically my fault, but it's such an annoying way to die. And I'm really, really upset right now. Yeah, I'm absolutely gutted, to be honest with you, because obviously I've lost my Elytra for a start. I've lost all of my diamond tools. They're my best diamond tools. They had efficiency 5, they had mending, all of them were just perfect. I've lost all of those. I've lost all of the resources that were on me, which were really important resources. I'm just so wound up. I'm really wound up. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And just to add to the brilliant news, something very bizarre seems to be happening to my sorting system. Today is not my day. I mean, earlier on, I tore my favourite pair of jeans as well, which is equally frustrating. I don't know what's happening today. That doesn't look right. Oh, that definitely doesn't look right. What on earth has happened here? I thought this was meant to be overflow. It is overflow proof. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, I so don't understand. That is odd. That is so odd. I've concluded there is no point in just sticking my head in the dirt and being all upset for the rest of the day. It is time to get back into action and get our stuff back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up some diamond armor, because I feel like that's definitely necessary at this point in time. I mean, seriously, that is very, very necessary. But also, we're going to craft up the rest of our tools, and hopefully, we are going to have an epic set of tools very, very quickly. Time for a time lapse. So guys, half a stack of diamonds later and a bunch of enchanting done, we are now back to our former glory, -1 set of Elytra. Yes, I know that is a massive pain in the backside. We can no longer fly about looking all cool, but we will sort that out at some point in the near future. Me and Iskall will have to go out and fight another Ender Dragon like champions once again, because that was a lot of fun. But I'm going to be leaving that for now, because as you can see, we've got Silk Touch Efficiency 5 Unbreaking 3, we've got Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3, and Fire Aspect 2, Sharpness 5, and also a bunch of pretty decent armor. I mean, it's not too bad. It's all Protection 3, which is nice. Would have liked Feather Falling on the boots, and Depth Strider as well. That's something I'm definitely missing. But hey-ho, we are looking good, and we're finally all in diamond as well. I'm sick and tired of not having armor. This is 10 million times better. Anyway, we're now going to hop back over to the RV, because there is one final project that I want to do. Speaking of Iskall, we're actually going to be playing a minor prank on him. I'm sure he's going to love it. So, we're currently right the way down next to Mr. Iskall's base. This is where we're going to be building the prank, and it's not going to be visual, but it is definitely going to be audible. As you guys know, we are part of the lag busting team, and I'm actually going to devise a test for Mr. Iskall to try and find a source of lag, or more importantly, sound. And if he can find this, then he should be able to locate the lag on the server. This is essentially like a job interview, I guess you could say, for the lag busting team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a few doors down like this. They're going to be making their way across all the way here. We'll have a door there, we'll have a door here. Yep, I think that should do the trick, and when I break this redstone torch, all of these redstone torches are going to start flicking on and off. But first off, I've got to place in the sign, so of course he knows what is going on here, but that is going to be the prank. Now, I actually had to make a few modifications to the design. As you can see, we've got our redstone torches over here, and then we have our doors over in this section, but it's exactly the same system. And now we have our signs in place, so it says, this is a test of your lag busting skill. If you can find this, you're a skilled enough player to be part of the super skilled lag busting team. Congratulations, you passed from Mumbo. So, hopefully, Iskall will be able to locate this thing nice and quickly before it drives all of the hermits mad. I have just noticed though, he has just put a message in the chat, which means he's probably nearby. Let's just give it a go and turn it on, and then place our blocks to move away. And I'm going to keep an eye on the chat to see if he actually says anything over the next couple minutes, because if he ever goes to his storage system, he is definitely going to know about that. Now, I've waited around for around about 15 minutes. So far, Iskall has not made his way into the storage system. In fact, he doesn't look like he's actually in his base. He's probably over by the Brown District. So I will keep you posted on his responses. Let's see if we can actually hear this thing. Good. Okay, so we're totally unaffected. It is literally just Iskall who's going to be hearing those doors going on and on until, of course, he actually locates the machine, which is fantastic. That's just the way that I like it. So I hope that you enjoyed that little prank, and of course, I'll put a link to Iskall's channel down in the description. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. I apologise for this slightly all over the place episode. It's been one of those ones that I had a few projects in mind, then I had like a few other plans, and then of course we died, we lost all our stuff. We had to change up some of the plans, and also it's been recorded over multiple days. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mess. But I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.